So I'm in the middle of editing all of this together, and I come to the realization that I'm missing footage. I recorded a portion of this on the GoPro, and I don't know where the GoPro is. So I'm going to record a new intro right now. Hello and welcome to Nova Build Part 5, the case mod. Finally, we're doing it. We've been talking about doing a case mod since the start of this project, and now it's finally coming to fruition. So I'm gonna let me from the past take over from here. And it's time to get to work. I realized I didn't really go over what the heck I bought to do this. So of course we have our acrylic, but we also needed a tool to cut that acrylic, some tape, some stuff for painting, and of course we needed paint. And that's because in order to make this look like it belongs to this case, we need to add a black frame around it. So that's what we got. So what's the plan for today? Well, first things first, we need to remove the front panel from the PC. The front panel actually separates into two pieces, an inner and an outer piece. We can completely get rid of the inner piece because really we're not going to be able to do anything with that. We're going to measure out the size of the frame on the acrylic, and then it's as simple as using that tool that I've never used before and probably don't know how to use to cut the acrylic to shape. Then we're going to take some sandpaper and we're going to grind it down so that we end up with a nice clean surface. I guess it would be a surface. Could be an edge. We really want to call it an edge, I guess. Maybe. After that, we're going to need to paint a frame. This is to match the actual fractal design frame, and also to kind of hide a little bit of the ugliness that is underneath. Now, we don't really have to be too perfect with this because with a design like this, you're going to be able to see all over the place. We then need to let that sit for a couple hours, probably would be a good idea. And then we can also paint the green again to make sure that that's nice and vibrant, and also some of those pieces in the back that got all messed up the first time we did all the painting. And then after all of that is done, we can go ahead and epoxy everything together, let that sit for about 6 minutes, and then the epoxy should hold. And when you're done, you should end up with something that looks like that. Yeah, it's done already. And with that, guys, that was the case mod. I mean, I didn't really meander too much around this video. I didn't really do it the way that I normally do, mainly because I actually really, it wasn't that hard. We bought the acrylic, we bought the epoxy, we bought some sandpaper and the tool to cut the acrylic, and then some spray paint and some things to mask off the spray paint. That's it. And realistically, it was as simple as measuring and cutting, but there's a huge but in this. The sanding I did actually hand off to the Dremel, mainly because I had actually really cut it way too big. Mainly because I was cautious due to the fact that this is the first time I've ever really worked with acrylic. The Dremel did take it down pretty nicely though, and then I did go over by hand using a fine grit sandpaper. Then the frame was as simple as painting and leaving it for a couple hours. I think we left it for, I want to say it was like 8 hours or something like that. There was some touch-up paint that I had to do, but that's just because, yeah, there's always touch-up paint. And then of course we repainted the green and we made everything look awesome. And it looks just like a Fractal Design S2 Vision. And that's the part that excites me. This is a mod that I actually wanted to do before the S2 even was announced. The S2 came out and it took the wind out of my sails because this is the mod I wanted to do. This is the mod that I essentially was cheated out of. But now I have it. I did it. I honestly just woke up and was like, you know what, we're doing this. So, well, my hair is like all sorts of crazy. This was several hours of work, but I am just so happy with the result. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video and this type of content, let me know in the comment section. I actually know you guys really like when I get crafty, so yeah. Thank you guys again. Wolfie, out.